A man begins, not in honor, but in struggle. A life already marked by grasping, by striving, and yet God is already writing the story. Before the first breath, before the first step, two destinies collide. A hand reaches, grasping the heel, and the name, Jacob, becomes a sign of striving. Desire turns to deception, a blessing taken, not given. A voice speaks, but truth is hidden. The moment feels victorious, but beneath it, consequence begins to rise. The truth cannot be undone. Words fall heavy. The brother came with subtlety, and the blessing is gone. What is taken unjustly leaves behind a fracture. So he runs away from wrath, away from home, into silence, into uncertainty, a man alone, carrying the weight of his choices. And in the stillness, he dreams, a bridge between earth and heaven, messengers ascending, descending, and God still speaking, still promising, still faithful. The journey continues, not by accident, but by design, a place of meeting, a moment of provision. For even in wandering, God directs every step. And then love appears, unexpected, powerful. A connection that reshapes the path. Hope rises, and the heart finds purpose. Time passes, 7 years, yet they feel as days. For love makes labor light, and devotion endures. But even here, the test is not over. Blessing begins to multiply, increase beyond expectation. Flocks, abundance, provision. For what God has spoken cannot be restrained, cannot be reversed. Yet deception returns, not from within, but from another. Wages changed, promises shifted, again and again. But God remains just and preserves. In the midst of tension, life continues. Children are born, names carry meaning. Pain and praise intertwine, and a nation begins to form. From rivalry, from longing, from deep wrestling within, new life emerges, not perfect, but purposeful, for God builds, even through brokenness. And the sons stand together, a beginning, a people not yet complete, but already chosen, carriers of promise, bearers of destiny. And God remembered, silence gives way to fulfillment. Where there was waiting, now there is life. Where there was longing, now joy. For nothing is forgotten before him. The call returns, not from man, but from God. A voice remembered from a place once sacred. Arise and return, for the journey is not over. So he gathers all that he has, quietly, without warning, crossing waters, leaving behind what once held him toward a future unseen. But fear rises like a storm on the horizon. So the past returns, and the heart trembles, for what was done cannot be forgotten. And in the night he wrestles, not with man, but with God. Strength against surrender, will against will, until breaking becomes a blessing. A new name is given, not by birth, but by encounter. Israel, one who prevails, marked forever by divine struggle. Then the moment comes, two brothers face to face, not with swords, but with tears. Embrace replaces anger, and wounds begin to heal in the dust of reconciliation. And he builds a pillar, a remembrance, oil poured, a place marked, for where God speaks, the earth must remember. Yet sorrow enters the journey, life and loss. A mother fades, a child is born. From grief comes Benjamin, the son of the right hand. Years unfold, a father's love set apart, favor given, jealousy awakened, and within the family, division begins. Then a report, too great to believe. Joseph lives ruler in Egypt, but the heart cannot receive it. It faints under the weight, until truth breaks through and the spirit rises again. It is enough, hope restored, for what was lost is alive once more. And God speaks again in the quiet of night. Jacob, Jacob, a calling intimate, a response surrendered. Here am I. So the journey continues, not in fear, but in promise, toward Goshen, toward provision, or even in exile, God prepares abundance. And at the end, blessing remains. Hands laid, generations touched, love passed forward, even as strength fades. And the final words are not silence, but prophecy, a future declared, a destiny spoken. For the story does not end here. For what began with a struggle now continues through generations. From pit to palace, from promise to fulfillment, the story goes on, and God remains faithful.